Time for Live Now with Dr. Carmen Harra. The show offers profound wisdom, practical advice, daily exercises, and empowering predictions. And now, here's Dr. Carmen Harra.
Hello, everybody. Hello, my dear friends, on April 1st. What a day. And welcome to another episode of Live Now, the show that offers you guidance to transform your life and get the best of your life. My name is Dr. Carmen Harra. I'm live with you every Friday, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on KMET, 1490 a.m. ABC Radio. And today, the topic is Evolve Your Mind, Transform Your Life with who? Dr. Darren Weissman, my amazing friend. No one else than Dr. Darren Weissman can dive into this extraordinary topic, a topic that we all want to dive into and find much more that has to do with the ability of the brain, to transform the program to make your life better. I want to tell you a little bit about Dr. Darren because all things begin and end in the mind. So your mind is the most powerful part of you. It dictates what you feel and how you feel. And it regulates your body's function. It holds up an endless supply of memories and information. So your mind is truly an amazing tool, an incredible tool. And when you learn how to work with your mind, you can use the most of it and you can actually heal yourself through the power of the mind. I do believe that your physical health, your personal relationship, all your problems are reflected somehow in the mind. We used to say, reality reflects what the mind projects. Actually, this is one of my quotes in one of my books. So how true is that? So reality is a reflection of your thoughts, your intention, your action. So everything that's in your mind will translate into your reality. But your subconscious mind is the place, your reactive side of the brain is the place where the most powerful thoughts are kept. So here lies the building blocks of your beliefs, your desire, your fears, your ambitions, your memories. The most powerful abilities are carefully stored in the deepest layers of your mind. So for that reason, I said the most fabulous guest for me today, which actually happens to be one of my favorite people ever, is Dr. Darren Weissman, my colleague, and he's one of the best authority in the field of self-help spirituality, and somebody who I greatly admire for many, many years. He is a holistic doctor. He's the developer of the Lifeline technique and a best-selling author of The Power of Infinite Love and Gratitude, Awakening to the Secret Core of Your Mind, The Heart of the Matter, and his children's book, The Daily Lessons of Infinite Love and Gratitude. He's a contributor to Dr. Imoro's best-selling book, The Healing Power of Water. Everybody heard about that amazing book. And he's been an international speaker in the field of consciousness for many years, been featured in films like Emotion, Making Mankind, Beyond Belief, The Truth, and the award-winning documentary Heal. He wrote numerous books. He wrote for numerous magazines, from the Huffington Post to Prevention to InStyle. He was named the thought leader of the United Breast Cancer Foundation and United Women's Health Alliance. That's so incredible. He had his own show on Hay House Radio, and upon his work and research, he developed this technique that is so unique and so incredible and so powerful, the Lifeline technique. And I know that he established this technique and has so many people all over the globe, right, in 24 countries, people who follow him, who learn from him. So I'm going to invite Dr. Darren to the show because I can talk about him for hours and hours with so much enthusiasm and so much love. Dr. Darren, I love you.
I love
Thank you for doing this for me.
What an honor. Any chance, Carmen, to connect with you is always an honor and a blessing for me. I always feel lighter and inspired being in your presence. Such gratitude to connect with you and to empower other people to know ways to move through life in a much more confident, capable way.
Right. So, Dr. Darren, I'm going to start by a simple question to you.
Yeah.
What made you, because you're a doctor, you went to college, you graduated medical school. What made you be so interested and dedicate your life in the field of spirituality and healing and self-help? What made you embrace this?
I feel that, like many people that walk the path in the healing realm,
Right.
it's the journey of our own challenges that awaken us to desiring another way. And I suffered as a kid. I suffered with allergies and asthma and infections and surgeries. And I just so desired another way other than what I went through. And so as much as I appreciate the nature of medicine and the nature of diagnostic workup, I, through my own life experiences, discovered that there was more than a pill, there was more than an acupuncture needle, there was more than an adjustment, there was more than a homeopathic remedy, that I ended up discovering, long story short, that at the core of healing is emotion. And our ability to be present in the moment with our own emotional experience, from feeling right now really blessed and grateful to being triggered into anger or anxiety, depression or overwhelm. All emotions are a part of the human journey that we take every day. Like the weather changes, our emotions change. And so it was a step-by-step process that inspired me to look at other ways of healing. And that brought me to this place of the nature of the subconscious mind, where all, as you said, memories are stored, programs of biological function occur. And so, it's
It's so interesting that we act on emotion, and emotions should be like visitors. You welcome them and then you invite them out. If you got stuck into emotions, then when you start to create all kinds of diseases, all kinds of problems within the system, because they are creating blocks, within yourself.
Yeah.
I was just talking about the Oscars the other day. When you act on an impulse, on an emotion, and you can't control, you don't allow the information to go from the hypothalamus to the cortex, and you just act on an impulse and you go and punch somebody. So that's something that means, what did I do wrong? I allowed that emotion to control me. Emotion should never control us. If you control by feelings, you know what I mean? Then you do a lot of wrong in your life. So emotions should be released right away.
I hear you. And at the same time, I would say, I would say something very specific here, that when we're triggered and controlled by our emotions, this experience isn't who we are, but it's a part of ourself.
Right.
And I want to sit in this for a second, because that part of ourself, when it gets activated, here's Will Smith.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he gets triggered in this moment. There's a part of him that is not conscious. It's subconscious. Sub, like a submarine. Yeah. It's below the surface. Now, right. The subconscious, which is reactive, it's right. not conscious. It's not active. It's not logical. It's not an executive thinker. It's a reflex. So when the subconscious gets triggered, there's no choice with it. The game in life is, how quickly can we acknowledge the thought that becomes the feeling, that becomes the voice inside of our head, that becomes the cancer cell, that becomes the autoimmune disease. One of the things, I'd like to use a metaphor here. It's like, if I want to understand the wind, which is invisible,
right?
If I want to understand the wind, then I can look at the trees and how the leaves are blowing. I could look at the clouds. I could look at waves in the water. I could look at how the formations of sand are on the beach. And that gives me a deeper understanding of the wind.
Right.
The subconscious mind is invisible. And if I want to understand my own or someone else's subconscious mind, then I need to look at their body. I need to look at their behavior. I need to look at their relationships. And then that opens the door to have a deeper appreciation of how to harness the wind to create energy, how to harness the subconscious mind to influence us so that we can be what we're designed to be, homeostasis. We're designed to heal, generate, and be whole. We're designed to be resilient, remarkable beings of love and light and kind and compassionate. Yet when the subconscious mind gets triggered, it hijacks our heart. It directly influences that hypothalamic reaction that literally causes that reptilian.
Reptilian brain,
we start going into this neural network of survival, and in that, there's no choice, but that represents a part of ourself that at some point in time, a memory like cryo therapy is like it's frozen in time, and it will stay there for generations, lifetimes. It'll stay there over and over again. And the key here is as we begin to look at our own life, our own health, and we just go, am I open to changing this story? Am I open to viewing this differently? And in that curiosity and in that uncertainty, in that I don't know the answer, we begin a journey into the subconscious realm, and it enables us to discover why we're so emotionally reactive to certain people, to certain situations, ... But
it does, you're so right. It does have a lot to do with something that has been already implemented and the subconscious. There's something that already exists there, So there's a response, like you said, of the mind to a situation that the mind already registered before. So something that has happened to you before. And you just it's a trigger. So what has happened with the Oscars, we see somebody who couldn't control that reaction. And I think later on, probably an hour later, he realized what he did, but was way too late,
Yeah.
But there is a way to interpret and understand that behavior. At a deeper analysis, there is a way to not necessarily, because it's so easy to blame. It's so easy to blame him.
Totally.
Everybody goes and blames him. Everybody wants to crucify him. Everybody wants him to be the Oscar to be taken away, But nobody thinks, wait a minute, what really happened within the brain of this man? What really triggered? How deep that wound existed somewhere,
Infinite love and gratitude. Will Smith is a beautiful man. Will Smith is a bright light in the world. And everyone, I'll raise my hand first. Everyone gets triggered. And anyone who says that they don't get triggered is just in denial, which is addiction, or in some state of grief. So everyone gets triggered, including the Dalai Lama. The Dalai Lama had his gallbladder removed. How come? Because there's anger and frustration that's running in the system. So the key to, and that's not right or wrong, good or bad, as we're talking about the nature of our brain and the survival mechanisms which are built upon protection initially in the present moment, we're wired in a freeze, fright, fight, or flight. We're wired in this way. So those emotions serve a purpose and they're necessary.
The sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system,
Yeah. When we're driven into that survival sympathetic overdrive. Right. We're in that, and so So when we're in that mode, it's easy to point fingers. It's easy to blame. It's easy to shame. And all emotions in our human world, if we're feeling sad, we feel guilty. If I reacted, I got angry, we feel guilty. If I feel afraid, I feel guilty. Guilt is a shroud. Shame is a shroud over all of our emotions. Emotions are energy in motion. Simply put, energy in motion must stay in motion. That energy in motion might be chi. It might be prana. It might be angels, whatever you want to call it. It's a vibration. We are all vibrational beings. And when we learn how to tune our instruments, and we can, that's what I love. I love teaching people how to tune their instrument. Then there's a whole new vibrational harmonic.
That's what I used to say, that a healing way, even in Ayurveda, you know what I mean, to break to these types of energy, which are emotions. Emotions are forms of energy. And if they dark and negative, you know, you want to break through those negative emotions by using the sound therapy, you know. In Ayurveda, I use the sound, and that sound will bring you back the balance, the equilibrium, almost bringing the body back to homeostasis, you know.
You're so brilliant. Because what that represents is the nature of what's called epigenetics. And epigenetics is how we're interacting, whether it be light, whether it be sound, frequency, tuning fork, whether it be light, how we interact with our environment based upon colors. There's every one of our senses can be either triggered into reaction or used as a tool to evoke healing.
I want to give you my story, Darren, just for a second. I was 5 years old and I had very bad asthma. I was hospitalized for 3 months. And the doctors by that time, you're going back in time 50 years ago, even more, they didn't know how to treat asthma. Now they have a lot of new methods of healing this disease. But by then, they used to give you miofilin intravenous. That was the only way. They had no idea how to help. But the doctor told me, I was 5 years old. They said, you know what? Try to sing, my dear. Can you just sing? That motivated me to become a singer. And I started to realize that when I was singing, my airways was opening, you know what I mean? And the healing process starting to happen. Was so incredible. I really think that by starting to become a singer, I healed myself from asthma, and I was able to be free from that disease for many, many, many years, you know, because I used the sound. So the sound created the balance and the equilibrium in my body. It was so incredible.
The sound created it, and at the same time, it's the experience of joy. It's the experience of passion. It's the experience of authentic expression. I mean, you know what's interesting too, Carmen, is when people have a primal scream. When people are like, it's healthy to get the energy moving, to process that, however it might be. You know, there's
more so, Darren. If you do a high note, you know, that note will go and circle around your body and stop where there is a pain or a disconnect in the field of energy. So let's say you have a pain in your knee and you do this high note, and that note goes and stops in your knee. Have you ever experienced something like this? So whatever the pain might be, because that note breaks an energy and breaks a vibrational field, you know, and reestablish the connection in the field. It's just fascinating. I'm using this for many years. It's a technique.
Yeah.
It's a technique that I always advise people to do because it's so simple to do the vowel, the consonant, that the sound will help you stop inflammation, stop an autoimmune, stop a problem that develops. And you know, we used to say that count up to 100 when you feel anxious or angry or you want to do something, because that allows the information to travel back to the cortex so that you process your emotions and then you understand and you don't act on an impulse. You don't act on a negative feeling and you don't go and punch somebody. Then you understand the consequences. For the moment, you don't understand the consequences because of the reptilian brain. Yeah.
Yeah, those process interrupt coping mechanisms to get us into a conscious state are so important. Mel Robbins has the 5-second technique, like simply just count to 5. And that can keep someone from jumping off of a bridge, taking that break.
When you start to count, you know, the mechanism of understanding what's happening to you start to begin.
But what I would like to do is, and because I love the coping mechanisms and I love the concepts of things that help us: meditation, deep breathing, journaling, gratitude exercise, mirror exercises, all kinds of things that help us go into sensory deprivation flotation, using essential oils. There's we can list an entire book of ways to cope through life. But what I would like to talk about is a reprogramming, a deletion of old programs that are serving. Because here's the deal. Here's the deal. Yes, I'm gonna put it out in a question. What triggers you? Who triggers you? Where do you go? What holiday? What does it take? And all of a sudden, trigger, breaking point. At some point, the reaction, I'm not going to react. At some point, the reaction happens because there's something that's there. And when we can look at the trigger, the person, the situation, family, finances, the world that we're all a part of right now, what's going on in the Ukraine, what's happening in our world with COVID, just whatever it might be. When we can begin to look at the pain of life, the emotional stress and struggle, instead of as, that's my problem, that's what's wrong with me, oh, this is just who I am. No, exactly. That's a part of you. That's a subconscious part of you. And when we look at that as, I like to call it a portal, a doorway, a bridge that allows you to connect to that part of you and create a relationship with this part of you that's accepting and compassionate and even grateful for the angry part of you, for the part of you that went, it's like that part of Will Smith it's so, I'm grateful that it happened, as horrible as it is that it happened. I'm grateful that it happened because now there's a dialogue, now there's a communication, but what are we going to do about getting to that core part that gets triggered and then is angry and hateful and vengeance and ...
Right.
This is a conversation coming from a deeper part of ourselves that when we are able to, and we are with the Lifeline technique, when we're able to bridge that gap, you can change your health, you can change your relationships, you can change the trajectory of your life, and you can align yourself with your highest self. You can align yourself with your highest vibration. That's the journey of it.
Yeah, unfortunately, you see, if you look at the media, nobody sees it as a lesson for the world. Everybody's judgmental and critical. Instead of seeing the what it is exactly that we are learning through this experience, why did this all happen for? There's always a reason, and a good reason in everything that's happening to us, in everything.
It just might not seem like a good reason at the surface,
right?
But as we know, because we're both authors, don't judge a book by its cover, right?
Exactly.
Right? That life is the tip of the iceberg, and there's a much bigger invisible realm that's below the surface, that's deep within us. Everyone is born remarkable. Everyone is born beautiful. Everyone is born with a gift and that is here to be celebrated. Everyone is. And yet we're conditioned. We're imprinted. We're entrained with patterns of emotion because my mom and my dad.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah, my mom and my dad and my siblings and the gender, the race, the culture that I grew up in influences the way I think, influences how I feel. And now that becomes a biological behavioral rhythm where you're like, we instantly go, oh, you're from Romania. Well, me too. Okay, cool. We can start to identify patterns in people. We can start to, because these imprints and conditions are actually even diagnosable.
Exactly.
We live in a world that fights things and fixes things and judges things. I'm a failure. Oh my goodness. But what if there was, and there is, a deeper conversation that is here to awaken us to not only loving ourselves, and therefore when we love ourselves, we influence our immune system, our hormones, our digestion. Like when you're singing,
Right.
it changes. Not only does that influence the health of your body and your relationships, but because the subconscious is the bridge between our physical conscious realm and the divine, that when we heal on a subconscious level, we become a ripple in the consciousness of humanity, because everyone is bridged through the subconscious. Everyone is. So as we learn about the value, the function, the purpose, the deeper meaning, and the deeper truth of the subconscious mind, we not only are going to enhance our own life journey, like, wow, asthma led to this epic singer in experience of your life and so much more. It's like, who would have thought that asthma was this gift in strange wrapping paper? But it is. But as a result, here you are impacting millions in the world. You impact so many people because asthma at 5. Wow. Same here. I get it.
Yeah. I want to know about your event, because I know it's tomorrow and I don't want to miss, letting people know about this. So tell us a little bit about what's happening tomorrow.
Oh, thanks so much. On June 17th, 2002. So this June 17th, it'll be 20 years.
Wow.
I woke up to this flow chart. I woke up to this flow chart. And this flow chart is a map of consciousness. It is a step by step guide on how to bridge the gap to reconnect with your subconscious mind, balance whatever emotional patterns are in motion so that we can go from surviving to thriving. And tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central Time, I'm in the Chicagoland area. Tomorrow, I'm giving a 90-minute free webinar where I'm going through 3 steps of the Lifeline technique. I'm going to be talking about what's called a conscious mind portal, a conscious body portal, and a core limiting belief portal. And it's
the connection that exists between them, no?
Oh, they're all intertwined, and actually so much more. But these are primary. These are primary tools. So I'm going to be.
If people want to be part of this, what do they need to do?
You can go to my website, which is thelifelineCenter.com.
ThelifelineCenter.com.
Yeah, and I believe that there will be a pop-up there that leads you to that event, and just click on it, and then you'll be sent a Zoom link so that you can participate. But you'll learn all about this. And some people, like I've trained thousands upon thousands of people in the Lifeline technique in 24 countries around the world. And
amazing.
It is, I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful that my challenges and my struggles in my own life, I had a mass on my left testicle. I was anaphylactically allergic to shellfish. I had addiction for multiple decades. I ruptured my left Achilles tendon. I've gone through so much asthma, allergies when I was a kid. I've had so many different things, but as a result of going through this, I woke up to this process. I woke up to this process that I'm so grateful that I can teach people, not just help people and help them in a process, but that I can teach people.
But that's so remarkable. Yeah.
How to do this for themselves. And for those people that are already working with other people, this is a tool that will enable you to be a subconscious specialist. So it'll be a great 90-minute program. And those people that are interested in learning how to use the Lifeline technique for themselves or other people, there's an opportunity to learn that as well.
And it's amazing. It's a free webinar. Please send me a link so I can put it on all my social media, so I let all my followers know about this. I know how many people love you. And I absolutely assume a lot of them will want to come. but they probably don't know yet about this. So, and it's again, the people go to the website and they click on the event.
Yeah, it should have a pop-up on the website. If you just
on the website,
it should pop up, and when it pops up, just click on the pop-up, and then it will sign you up for tomorrow's free 90-minute event.
And then they got a link, no?
And then you'll get a link that enables you to join the Zoom. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Talking about the subconscious mind is invisible. How do you heal your subconscious mind?
That's the best question. Because we talked about everything's vibration, everything's frequency.
Right.
And we live in a world where we're looking for needles and haystacks. We're like, oh, how do we do it? And sometimes when something's so simple, we disregard it as, well, that can't possibly be what it is. But the reality of transforming reactive emotions and memories and limiting beliefs that live in our subconscious mind, the simplicity of it is love.
Is love.
And this in American Sign Language, Carmen, means I love you. This means I love you in American Sign Language. And so in the Lifeline technique, we use this hand mudra, which means I love you, and we use the words infinite love and gratitude. And I want you to just, everyone who's listening right now, just connect to those words, infinite love, connect to infinite love and gratitude.
And gratitude.
Infinite love and gratitude. And take your hand in the I love you posture and just put it over your heart and just say infinite love and gratitude.
Infinite love and gratitude. It's so beautiful.
And just breathe in and just observe. And slow down. Infinite love and gratitude.
And you feel like everything is healing in that second.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. The funny part about it is when you use this, it works. Period. If you don't, it doesn't. So I was, I got an email from this woman who's on the 405 in Los Angeles, and that's like an 8-lane highway that's back to back, and she was having a panic attack, and she thought she was going to have a heart attack. She didn't know what to do, and she remembered, oh yeah, infinite love and gratitude. So she put her hand over her heart, infinite love and gratitude.
Wow.
Infinite love and gratitude, and it boom, shifted it. Boom, shifted it, and totally transformed the panic attack. Can I share a story with you real quick?
Please, absolutely.
All right. So there's this woman in Perth that I trained in the Lifeline technique. Her name's Genevieve. Her and her husband are at their home. They're making dinner. All of a sudden, they hear pounding on their front door. Someone's attempting to break in to their front door. And they're like, oh my goodness. And the door is starting to cave in. And so this is an outrageous story. And so Genevieve had just been to the training of the Lifeline technique.
Right.
And the husband was on the other side of the door, attempted to keep it. She literally went to her kitchen. She grabbed a knife because she's like, oh my God, I got to defend myself. She couldn't get to the phone fast enough. And she's just like, no, I'm not going to do this. She goes to the other side of the door and she puts her hands like this. She goes, infinite love and gratitude. She starts screaming it, infinite love and gratitude, infinite love and gratitude. And the pounding starts to get softer and softer. And she just keeps going, infinite love and gratitude, infinite love and it gets softer. And then it stops. The police come. They find a grown man curled up in a fetal position on her front lawn with a knife next to him, crying, saying, I'm not a bad man. I'm not a bad man. I'm not a bad man.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. So he was in this, like Will Smith, reactive mode. He was in reactive mode. And all of a sudden it woke him up. It woke him up and he realized, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm telling you, it's that's extreme, right?
Wow.
That's extreme. And if you walked with me for a day, I've got so many stories. I was with John Holland one time in Tampa teaching at an I Can Do It.
Right.
I come on into the hotel And this is the story. I come into the hotel and I'm talking to a bunch of people, Peggy McCall, Peggy Ramito, Cheryl Richardson. And all of a sudden I hear this guy going, oh my God, she's dead. I'm like, what? I start running towards this guy. And this woman is lying on this couch. She's lying on this couch and she's like gray. And I'm like, and I put my hand over her heart and I just start going, infinite love and gratitude, infinite love and gratitude, infinite love and gratitude. And all of a sudden she goes, and she turns to the side and she throws up. This medical doctor comes. He's like, move out of the way. We got to get her legs up. I'm like, okay, I'm fine. Like, and then John Holland goes in his Massachusetts accent, like, wow, Darren, that was really good, Darren. That was amazing, Darren. Right?
I can't imagine John
It's like, ooh, right, totally. That was my impersonation. But it's just like, that was an extreme issue. But throughout our day, we have emotions that are triggered. We have feelings. Our body gets, we eat things. We breathe in bad air. Situations happen. Right. Energy in motion stays in motion until it's met by another force. That force is love. So when we're looking to heal the subconscious mind, love is the answer. It's always the answer. And the key is, what are the steps? And there's steps that we can take that allow us to create these deep changes.
Definitely. I want to bring up to our listeners' attention, and then we go to a caller. We have Kim on the line waiting to speak with you. But I want to ask you about My Angel. This is a platform.
Oh my God, I love that platform, yes. Carmen.
It's just that in a beginning stage, and I want this to be a place where everybody goes with their prayers, with their wishes, connecting with each other, with love. It's exactly like you say. That is the place of infinite love and gratitude. That is. It is. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so grateful that I found My Angels. It's a simple app that I use every day. And since I've been using it, and I send prayers and lights and candles to everyone every day, and I receive them, it has made such a difference in my own mindset. Right. You think about it, Carmen.
Yeah.
When one person makes a prayer, when one person expresses a blessing, the impact is so powerful. But when two or more gather, now imagine 10, 20, 50, 100, 1,000. Imagine 1 million people praying together, blessing together. The consciousness is so beautiful. I love this platform. Thank you for bringing it up. I know I've been using it for about a month now, and I'm so grateful.
We need to raise awareness about this platform. We need to let the world know that this platform exists, because the more people are going to join this platform, the more, we spread the good,
Yeah.
We like you said, it's becoming so powerful when people are coming together.
Well,
an incredible energy, an incredible experience.
The thing about social media these days is there's so much negativity. There's so much control. There's so much stress in it. And it's like, it's so wonderful to be able to connect with people that you love. And at the same time, the nature of negativity ends up turning it into a deeper level of trauma.
Right.
My Angels is a full-on positive platform for holding space for yourself, for others to you. It's such a blessing. I know. I love it. You simply go to it at My Angels. You can get it. You can download the app on your phone. And
it's a free app. You just download and you go there and you choose an angel. And since the dawn of time, we've been so attracted and captivated with the angel, the image of an angel, that we all have a guardian angel. We all have somebody protecting us.
Think about that
as we go through life. And this is a great feeling. And you put your wishes, you put your prayers, and every single day you have a different wish. And you will be amazed to see how many hundreds and thousands of people all over the globe are joining you to support your wish, to pray for you, to send you candles. It's a platform of goodness, It's like infused with the divine,
It is. And as we go into this place of our own emotions, as we just acknowledge our own challenges that we have, and we express prayers and blessings and positivity.
Right.
There's so much healing that occurs.
Right.
And now more than ever, my friend, people need positivity, light, and love, and we need to come together. It's so important that we come together and feel the love and support of humanity. And
exactly.
It is really, it's amazing. So thanks for bringing it up. I do. I love my angels. I have found.
And I love too, and everybody listening, please go and have this amazing experience of joy and talking about love and gratitude. You're going to feel a place of love and gratitude with this app. My Angels, you can find it, download it, and be part of it. And you will be very happy that you did. And Dr. Darren, if people want to get a hold of you, how do they find you? Which is the easiest way to find you?
Well, just like if you're going to join me tomorrow for the free event, you can get a hold of me on the website, thelifelinecenter.com. So if you got questions or different things like that, there's a lot on the website, but you can get a hold of me that way, and it's simple.
Because I know that you help so many people. You help them individually. You can help them with helping them heal, help them get better, help them progress in their lives. So you make such a difference in people's lives. And for everybody listening, the number to call in is 951-922-3532. And you can listen to the show on the radio, on the internet, KMET 1490 AM, affiliated with ABC Radio. So I'm with Dr. Darren Weissman. So call in 951-922-3532. I'm going to go to a caller. Her name is Kim. I'm going to introduce her to you, Dr. Darren. Hi, Kim.
Hey, how are you, Carmen? How's everything?
I'm going to connect you with Dr. Darren to see if he can help you with your questions.
Hi, Kim.
Awesome. Hi, how are you? Happy Friday to you both. So, I just kind of just got into the show. So I'm having some issues with my job. I'm trying to change careers. I used to be a teacher. Now, just a personal assistant. I was just let go of my morning job, and then she rehired me back. She has some issues that OCD, very micromanaging, that no matter what you do, it will never be right. So right now, I'm in desperate need to work. I have bills, 3 kids, divorced, and I'm just been searching. I am also a notary, which I'm just starting out. So that's something that, you can't just go in full time on that right away. But I'm concerned with, finding, either one full-time job or morning work, because I do have an afternoon job. But, I'm nervous because financially I have bills.
Yeah. Kim, can I give you some feedback here?
Absolutely.
So you've got a pattern subconsciously that's based upon a memory stemming back from when you were 14 years of age. So you get triggered you're a dynamic, brilliant, amazing, capable, abundantly joyful woman. You are. I feel your light. You're precious. And you get triggered, and a memory from 14 gets activated. And that memory influences your connection at the crown, which means that instead of being connected to the oneness, the angels, you're in the world of duality. And it's a traumatic memory at 14. It's a victimizing memory. And at 14, the environment that you were in is one of anger, of hopelessness, of depression. That's people were thinking, feeling, speaking, and behaving in a anger, hopelessness, depression, accumulated shame pattern. At 14, you didn't have the ability to go, you know what? I have faith. I'm connected with the angels. I'm aligned with my highest self. I'm aligned with my highest purpose. And that 14-year-old is being triggered in you today, that attractor field that you've got going on with this OCD experience of let go and then rehired back. This is the attractor field of the 14-year-old environment. And I want you to connect to that 14-year-old right now and just notice Notice where it takes you. Notice the memory that comes up. Give yourself permission, because this is just a part of you. It's not who you are. Who you are is remarkable. Who you are is pure love. Who you are is worthy beyond measure. And as you're connecting to the 14-year-old, take your hand in the I love you posture. Bring it over your heart and connect with her. And go ahead and say it. I invite you to repeat after me. I am now safe and protected.
I am now safe and protected.
Worthy and deserving.
Worthy and deserving.
Of feeling loved.
Of feeling loved.
Infinite love and gratitude.
I'm sorry, was that?
Say this. Infinite love and gratitude.
Infinity and love and gratitude.
Almost. Infinite love and gratitude.
Infinite love and gratitude.
Connect to the 14-year-old. Take a deep breath. Let it go. I invite you to repeat. I am now safe and protected.
I am now safe and protected.
Yeah. Worthy and deserving.
Worthy and deserving.
Of feeling loved.
Of feeling loved.
Just like this. Infinite love and gratitude.
Infinite love and gratitude.
Now take a deep breath. And on the exhale, let it all go. Anything that does not match, you are safe and protected, worthy and deserving. Just feel your body letting go. Feel your cells letting go. Feel that memory aligning with your highest self, the angels that are supporting you in this present moment. I want to welcome the 14-year-old to her fullest potential. You've just shifted your attractor field of what's been going on in your job and way beyond more than that. Infinite love and gratitude. Take a deep healing breath. Good job, Kim.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So,
Thank you, Kim, for calling the show, because I know that this is going to change your perception.
oh yeah.
Everything in your life will change now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
can I just ask you what the future looks like for me with the job coming up, with financial? Will I be struggling?
After this, you will not. This is supposed to connect, to connect you to the moment in your life when you couldn't break through, that limited your beliefs. This is exactly what Darren was talking about. So from here on, you will be able to receive any job you want to get. They said that opens up, we open that portal to the possibilities that were closed for you. That's why you turn around in circle and nothing really worked for you.
Yeah. And, give yourself permission to, because your system's going to just let go of things right now. And you've been the 14-year-old, when she gets triggered, you're used to thinking in a particular way. You are connected right now to, literally call on your angels. Like if you have not already downloaded My Angels, download that and call on your angels and align yourself, because when the universe closes a door, it closes it because it's opening up a better door for you. And I'm telling you, whether this job works out or not, I'm telling you, you are aligned with such power and such beauty. And just give yourself permission to let go of your need to be in control of this outcome. And let yourself just have faith that it is lining up and step by step. And just listen to that heart.
Again? Did I make a good choice by not accepting the job? I so needed the job, but like you said, one door closes for a reason, another one opens up, and she's not going to change. So for me to have gone back just for the money, was that a right choice or a wrong choice? I dwelled that I should have just went back to her, but I wouldn't have been happy.
Yeah, I think you just answered your question.
Exactly. You answered your question. Okay,
I know, but then you think of
the show. I love you, sweetie. And let me know if you want to be part of My Angels. And
yes, I do. How do I do that?
Call again next week. Thank you, Kim. Love you.
Thank you. Love you too. Bye-bye.
For everybody who's listening to the show, you're listening to the voice of Dr. Darren Weissman. He is an authority in the field of self-help in the field of consciousness. He's just an amazing doctor. And feel free to call in. We can still take one more caller, 951-922-3532. And again, tomorrow is that amazing event with Dr. Darren. Go to his website and subscribe. They subscribe to the event, no? And you're going to get an email.
Yeah.
You're going to get an email. And this is 3 hours. You can imagine 3 hours, free webinar. So please don't miss this. This is, I don't know how you can do this, like working for so many hours, and it's a free event and helping so many thousands of people all over the globe to come to listen to you.
The event is actually 90 minutes, but we're going through 3 steps. Conscious.
Oh, 90 minutes. Okay.
Yeah. It's only 90 minutes, so we're gonna dive in, but it's an opportunity.
Well, you can talk a lot in 1 hour and
an
hour and a half. Yes.
You can talk a lot in 15 minutes, right?
Yes,
Think about a TED Talk, right?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So, any other events that you might have, or this is the one you want to mention?
I've got a great event coming up with Greg Braden in June. June 26th to July 1st. Greg Braden and I will be in Vail, Colorado together teaching. So that'll be amazing. You can go to gregbraden.com to sign up for that. That'll be an amazing live event. It's called Pure Human Breakthrough. And it's going to be a profound, beautiful environment for those of you who have ever been to Colorado or Vail in the summer, and 4 solid days of really just diving deep.
I love Greg Braden. He's such an inspiration, such a light to the world.
Yeah.
He should be part of my angels. He should be part of this, experience that we all want to go through, with my angel, with this app. But tell us, how can we share, if you can share with us 3-phase process to achieve optimal health? Which are the 3-phase process?
Well, I'll give you a real simple deduction of creating a change. And I invite you to write it down.
Right.
Write down the word observe.
Observe.
Second word, discern.
Discern.
Third word, intend.
Intend.
And 4th word, imagine.
Imagine.
Those are the 4 steps of shifting reaction into action. But we first have to pay attention before we set an intention. We first have to acknowledge where we are before we get to where we're going.
Right.
Once we observe that, then oftentimes when people acknowledge where we're at, like you said, like with what happened at the Grammys, it's like we blame, we judge. We want to shift those patterns of judgment into discernment by entering our heart. Because from our heart, we can set intention. And from setting intention, focusing on where we're going, what we focus on will grow. We can use our imagination to step into the next greatest version of ourselves. So these are 4 particular steps that really empower us in evolving our mind and changing our life.
Dr. Darren, we're at the end of the show. So grateful to the opportunity to be with us today. And come again whenever you have time. Good luck with the event tomorrow. Good luck with all your work, that amazing work that you do for everybody. And please, everybody listening, go tomorrow. Don't miss this opportunity. And if you need Dr. Darren, please contact Dr. Darren. Go to his website and have a one-on-one conversation with Dr. Darren. It's going to change your life. Dr. Darren, you're the light to the world. I'm so grateful. God bless you. And thank you for doing this for the audience. And thank you for being my friend. I love you. Infinite love and gratitude.
Infinite love and gratitude. Thank you for
Infinite love and gratitude. That's the answer to everything. I love you, Dr. Darren.
Love you too. Have a great one. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today.
Thank you.